We made it to pick 32 in the first round.
Belonging to the Super Bowl champion Minnesota Vikings.
Don't use my joke that I used off air.
Yeah.
It's a good one. The Vikings picking at 32 because they traded down from number 12, picked up a couple extra picks there from the Detroit Lions, but they're going to go Lewis Cine, the safety out of Georgia, another Georgia defensive player off the board. Look, the Georgia defense was really good, and they had size and speed, but every now and again you saw this bullet flying out of the secondary. That was Lewis Cine and his sub 4.40.
I can't remember who tweeted this. It might have been Marcus Mosher, who said that Lewis Cine is what everybody wanted Jonathan Abram to be. Right, just this Scud missile coming from the secondary and absolutely nailing anything that moved. And yeah, you would see these plays where he just flies out of the secondary and absolutely drills somebody on these underneath plays. Perfect modern strong safety that can just hit anything, that can play underneath, that has the speed and the range to make plays, whether it's against the run, whether it's on these short coverages, whether it's on crossing routes over the middle. A great fit for that Minnesota defense. Like, he can become a complement to Harrison Smith right away, and then depending on how long Harrison Smith lasts, even on his giant contract, maybe a successor down the line.
Yeah, the Vikings have had just good safety play in general the last few years because of Harrison Smith, but they had a hole there, so it's a bit of a need. And I think that's about the place where Lewis Cine was being discussed as going. You mentioned rangy. I mean, that's what I'm seeing from him on film, right? He's just smooth, moving. He works downhill really well, and I think he can work moving backwards pretty well too. And we'll see what Minnesota wants to do schematically. The old system wasn't as much strong and free. It was a lot of too high, right, a lot of interchangeable type of roles. And I think that's what Lewis Cine can bring to the table with Harrison Smith. But here's the thing. Harrison Smith can do anything. Cine can pretty much do anything opposite that. I don't think he's not a great hitter per se, but he's a good tackler, can play the run. So I think they have some flexibility on the back end.
I do think, though, that his calling card is a lot like several players on that Georgia defense, is he sees the game, reads it so quickly. Like,
sure.
You're going to hear people talk about instincts because that's usually how that kind of thing is described. But it's not instincts as much as understanding and being able to read what's going on and being able to recognize route concepts and understand where the ball is going to be going and just simply start breaking on that before everybody else does. So to be good at that already, I think, is a really important thing to be good at. And then with a guy like Harrison Smith alongside you, you're going to develop some of the technique things that are a little bit off in his game, right? There are things he can work on that will help him get better at just the footwork or some fundamentals in his game that a guy like Harrison Smith, I think, will automatically start to teach or develop or just mentor along the way. And just through osmosis, he'll pick up some of that stuff. But to already be ahead at the kind of almost intangible, unteachable part of just, can you see the game this quickly, is really important.
Yeah, he sees it really well. And then he went and ran 4.37. And I think on first watch, a lot of people didn't think he was that fast. I mean, I felt it when I was watching him. I thought he looked slight when I was watching him, but he weighed in at 202 at the combine. I think he's put on a little bit of weight. He is Justin Simmons type of size as far as build goes. We see Justin Simmons, one of the best safeties in the league.
200 at 6'2". I mean, it is kind of slight. You know, it's not the biggest safety in the world. You know, if you're getting a 6'2" safety, often weighs in at 210, 220. So yeah, I mean, he's not the most heavy set safety in the world.
I like in the PFF draft guide, though, you look at all of his grades, consistency across the board, whether you're looking at run defense, coverage, tackling, playing deep, playing in the box, everything was above average. And I think that's what Lewis Cine brings to the table for the Minnesota Vikings. Pick 32 in the first round.